Good night. Welcome to the Sports Frenzy podcast, and I'm your host. Level me tonight. I have Chris Lynch, the bad Spaniard, and I have
Yeah.
Demo. Man, come tonight
Good
and jam.
night, viewers.
This man not joke. Well, go on, gents. All things on your side.
Good.
Sounds good. So, so friends, we on a Friday night. Well, there's only one thing I can expect from us, is to talk about some EPL football. What better way to start it than let me just have it up on the screen quickly. So there was a game earlier on today. We saw Brentford taking on Watford, and I know a lot of people would probably be smiling, especially Kims, that hey, Watford was leading at half time, and he was probably licking his chops. But guess what? Brentford has been very good without Ivan Tony. It's surprising somewhat to some people because the people never really expect them to be this good without their leading man. But for the past about 3 games or so, they have been really good without the services of Ivan Tony. Now, to the Monta comeback and ended up getting a 2-1 victory over Watford. Chris, I'm going to start with you on this one. What do you say about Brentford performance? And I want Kems to come on the show because Kems tell me say Brentford will get relegated, 20 points a man in the pan now, so there's no way Brentford is going to get relegated. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, man. When you're playing at home at Brentford, there's always that heartbreaker. That's always that heartbreaker in up in the air because Brentford has been very good at their little pitch. They feel very comfortable playing at home. It's hard to really pick against them, especially when they're playing against teams that you think that they have a chance against. I thought that Watford with new coach, what is in, probably not managed 5 games yet, but I thought Watford would have win before the game start, and that wasn't the case. Brentford again showing that they are up to stay. But it was a good game, like you say, and Brentford, it was a heartbreaker for Watford fans, but Brentford turn up again at home, like I said. So no surprise that they really turn up. I didn't know that they had that late winner in them, but kudos to Brentford.
All right, Demo, what say you?
Yeah, I actually didn't watch that game and I was working, but I saw the highlights. I'm not sure of the penalty situation, but I saw the late penalty as well. I got back just in time to see, with me Mbuema just convert that. Yeah, Mbuemo convert that penalty. I mean, he hasn't scored in like 7 games, and he was very, very composed to kick that last minute winner. So that's what I saw when I came in. I know that Ranieri is very upset, but I didn't see what caused the penalty or nothing. We must switch off the TV. The man just convert the penalty. So I don't know how the game panned out.
Okay. Mr. Team Viewer, welcome to the podcast once again, boss. How are you doing?
I'm excellent.
Sounds good. What do you have to say about this one?
So Brentford, boy, you touched on it, and imagine, look who is not here tonight, right?
That he's probably trying to jump on, but for some reason his internet acting up.
Oh, yeah, man.
He'll be here soon, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope he's still listening
All
to the
right, so
show.
here he is.
Oh, I'll let him
Hey,
speak. Go ahead.
hold on,
We have been
hold on.
waiting on you.
Good night.
There's no show without Kemar. Come on, Kemar.
Good night, everyone. So check me out, right? I was trying to run away from the start of the show. That's everything I like to cover again.
I told you, Levan. I told you just now.
All right, so I have oftentimes accused individuals on this platform that they have no integrity, and so I'm going to, and they take no accountability. So what I will say, right? What I will say, 2 things I'll say. I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong on Brentford. Dead. I couldn't be more wrong about Brentford. Every time I watch a game, I cross my fingers for them lose and find a way for win. Or them find a way for draw. Them find a way to get something from the game. Like today, obviously they were the better team today, but when Watford are 1-0 on the 1-0, I say yes, all them Watford. When I 1-0, I say yes, all them Watford, and then them find a way for winning. So I was dead wrong on Brentford. They weren't. They aren't getting relegated at all. I don't want nobody come tell me about no money business.
Brother,
Us
the
leave.
ramp with my food
I
here.
don't want nobody. Excuse me, sir. It's my moment. Nobody tell me about.
Brother,
And then the next thing I was wrong
the
about.
ramp with my cheese. That me I tell you.
I was wrong about Watford as well. I said when Claudia came in, oh God, he's going to turn this Watford ship around, and Demo and all I want to really tell me say I'm crazy, and I was indeed crazy. And again, Watford is just not a good team. I'm waiting until the 19 game mark for me to give my 3 teams I think will be relegated. I tell you, say mid-season, I reserve the right to change my picks because with more information, then I can make a more intelligent decision. So continue with the show,
Mid-season, you reserve the right to make all those changes, but you see whatever we predicted at the beginning, that is what counts at the end of the season. And one thing me I tell you, just make sure some my cheese reach my bank
Dima, to
account.
be honest, to Watford though, Kems, they deserve something from that game. It was an unfortunate situation. Very clumsy in the box to
I
give us.
disagree.
They
I
don't
think they
deserve nothing
deserve
from that
something
game.
from
They
that.
don't
game.
deserve
hell.
nothing from that, Chris. Don't do that, Chris.
No, they don't deserve nothing from that. Yeah, them deserve something. A lesson. That's what them deserve. That's the only thing them deserve from that game, a lesson. They were absolute. Brentford, you would have never believed that Watford, Brentford, in the championship coming in the Premier League. You'd have never believed that. You'd have think said the other way around. Watford was absolutely poor, brother. Poor. I'm gonna see no changes with Ranieri or nothing. See him Watford. Ryan called them yo-yo team. Shakes them call them yo-yo team. Yep, I totally agree. I was wrong.
One thing we can say about Watford though is Dennis is on fire, boy.
Yep.
Dennis the Menace.
We need around 5 more Dennis on the team. Trust me.
All right, before we move on to the next game, I just want to big up the people in the comment section. I say Michelle, run out early. Say Latoya, jump out early. Countryman, this fella named Shakes is in the comment section as per usual. Say Winworth Morrison, I say Gunners Boss, Jason, say Kimona Lee, and I say Biggs Entertain, big up yourself here once again. Here's Biggs Entertain saying the Kems that Kem say man gonna make a more intelligent decision. Jaja, hold on to your predictions, my boss. Season young same way.
No, sir. Biggs Entertainment. I don't know if you remember yesterday when I say, like in situations we can't double down when we're wrong. Like if we're wrong and we say we're wrong, we have to pivot right away. But someone now go come double down and say, yes, man, Brentford are good. Like, no, like, so, hey, Dimo, what you say?
You mean what me say, brother?
I see a raise hand, that's why.
No, man, you look fresh, God, man. You look fresh.
Levon, let me just add this about, because I'm glad that Kems was the one that spoke, because I knew he was running from the start, right? Based on that result. As I said on the last show, Brentford has grit, determination, and they play good football, right?
Facts.
They don't have any star-studded names, but they just come out, do their jobs. Even better than some of these teams that Kems is actually alluding to, where a lot of these teams are yo-yo teams. They just come up, go down, come up, go down, right? Brentford, it seems as though they have a plan and they're working with the plan. Let me touch on Watford. Watford has changed coaches so many times, right? And at the end of the day, there is no change in the mentality at the club. So even though you have a new manager, new managers coming in, it's as if it is coming from the hierarchy where the mentality remains the same. Because earlier when Ranieri came on in the team, I said that don't expect Watford to win a game. Just 1 in 4. That's the best they can do. 1 in 4, right? But they're not even 1 in 4 right now. They're going to struggle for the rest of the season. And I don't know if they can get in some acquisition or acquisitions.
Shakes. So here what Shakes. I told Kim that Ranieri is going to get sacked by February. Kim said, no, not happening. I tell Kim, just look out for February. Ranier is going to
Well,
get the sack.
based on what is going on now, because as I said, they're not even 1 in 4. So based on what is transpiring, he can be gone before March. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're now joined by Ryan, big up yourself, boss, and we're also joined by the man who has sold out Sports Frenzy
Yes,
for the
sir.
past about month or 2 months, or probably longer than that, probably a couple of years now. Talking about the man that I said that is called himself Manning's man, and this man does no linkage to Manning's high school.
Hey,
He wants to be adapted, but for some reason they're disowning him. Welcome, Manning's man, once again.
Greetings.
hey, Manning's man. So, like, I give him a number so you can text me because the email, I don't really check my email like that unless I'm a school email. So, I give him a number so you can text me and remind me. But my apologies about that. But before you get into the show, why you just talk about Arsenal versus Manchester United? Whenever you get some time, whenever.
Wait,
Get
so
some time.
him have to talk about Arsenal versus Liverpool too. Him have a lot of talking to do, you know, boss.
You think because you skip for 2 years, the guys forget about it, man?
All right, so you know what? Since these guys has jumped it already, these guys has jumped. So just go ahead, Mannings.
I want to first greet the respectful people on the panel. People like the team viewer and Ryan. Much respect to them who, once my name was called, they were silent, allowing me to speak. Before some other panelists felt like it was their moment to shine and to gloat, right? Good evening to all the persons in the comment section. It's been a while, eh? I think the last time I was here, it was right before Ole was fired. I was hoping that you'd have stayed because I knew that I would have won the game. Unfortunately, he was gone by then, and so were my
Me
chances.
too, man. Me too, man. Me know win the game too.
Yeah, yeah, and so are my chances of winning. So I don't know why Manchester had to do that to Arsenal, but you know, I don't know, I don't know where to start except that coaching is very important in football, and that's what you're learning. I think um, just just certain decisions like are so critical to shift in a season, especially in the Premier League. And you have to have coaches who have experience and have knowledge, have a lot of knowledge. And I think that is what was affecting in Ole. It's what's affecting like a Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, right? Just very thin margins. But big up to Manchester United. They are at least playing better, like how that is happening. I mean, it makes the whole top six, top four, all of that more competitive. Still believe that a sixth place team that is Arsenal as we continue to rebuild. So if you want to play in Europe, please do not finish in sixth place. All right. Yeah. I take all it. Listen, I'm here tonight to take all the beating that I've been missing. All. So congratulations to Kems and his Manchester United team. And to Shakes who no longer goes by the name Shakes, but all of a sudden Ole is out, and the old name Shakes is out, and new name is in. Team viewer. I mean, so I don't know, but teams looking better. Arsenal probably gonna be up there in six. 'Cause we have a good run of games coming up. But I want to ask a question though. I know you're not at this game, but are the fixtures were this fixtures for Manchester United? Was it this way at the beginning of the season, or just when they got a new coach, the EPL changed the fixtures?
Yeah, they did team viewing.
So no, I'm just asking. I need somebody who's not a Manchester United.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, they did team viewing.
You realize that?
So they check the landscape.
So you realize that, like, all of a sudden, the fixtures look very favorable for Manchester United. All of a sudden, like, everything just changed.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't know the only one who saw that.
They had a shadow. They had a shadow timetable for us, and then all of a sudden they just made a new one. They just took it from Pluto and just drop it down here. Yeah. So that's the one doing. Team viewing.
So Levon, I want to ask Sheiks, not Sheiks, we might talk about Sheiks. I want to ask Manning's man a question. Like, where you feel about Salah? Like, you have any thoughts about Salah? No? Like, since the last time you were here till now, you have any thoughts about Salah?
Because this is a man's man opinion show.
The man them have a I tell you that the man them have a register for you, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
No, just quickly, you don't have to be no spend a long time. Yes.
Salah is right now on form. He is the top player in the EPL.
Okay, so enough games go on for you to say that. No.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just sorry.
I would even say right now, on form, he's the best player in the world right now. Given what he's doing in Europe and in the EPL. Right now, he's the best player. I would say the best player in the world. No Ronaldo, no Messi, no Lewandowski. None of those guys are playing at the level and the consistency in a highly competitive league and in Europe as well. So you have to give it to him.
All right, thank you, boss. You can go ahead now, then.
I was honestly only one person probably rival him right now, and it's Karim Benzema. Because Benzema is basically similar in stature in terms of numbers, but that's our argument for our next day. So now we'll look at the fixtures that will be taking place this coming weekend. And tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. we have Man City taking on Wolves. Now Wolves has proven to be a tough cookie so far that they have only conceded 13 goals, I believe, in the EPL, and they're second.
In the last 5, I think they would have had 4 straight clean sheet if not for Origi.
Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to start with. I feel like I want to start with team view on this one. It's a team view. Man City against Wolves. So I see this one going.
Man City versus Wolves, boy. Some people would argue that Wolves have a very, very excellent defense. So they might be in with a shout for this game. However, this game is at the Etihad. And based on the form Man City has been in, I don't really count their loss against RB Leipzig because they really had nothing to play for. I would say that because of what has happened, where they just slowly climb to the top of the table, they will want to maintain that consistency. So I'm looking for a 3-1 victory, I would say. Yeah, a 3-1 victory. I don't say Bernardo Silva letting up Phil Foden to work some magic also in that game. Yeah. So those are the 2 players that I'm looking forward to be the standout players come tomorrow. Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden, 3-1.
Okay. Mannings, let's see this one going.
I'm going to give City. I don't think Wolves are going to score. City coming out of the game in Europe, they lost. I think that they lost their game in Europe. Though they qualified, put out a fairly strong team, so there may be a little, they may be a little tired. So I don't go in full throttle, but enough to win. I'm going to give them a 2-0 victory.
Okay. Kems, this one going.
All right. I don't know where Shakes find a goal to give Wolves, but probably it's gonna be an own goal or one of them things there. But I think Manchester City will win this one quite comfortably. Wolves, sometimes Wolves do a thing against Liverpool where them try to defend out the whole thing, but within that Liverpool still had a lot of chances. Jota and all those players had a lot of chances, but they just missed goals, right? So I think where City is concerned, I think City will give them one of those Manchester United performance, 2-0, but totally outclassed.
Okay. Ryan, what say you?
The same exact description that Kems just gave to complete his sentence is what I was going to say. One of them, Manchester United 2-0 beaten. I expect Wolves to give them.
Okay. All right, and Demo.
Yeah, I mean, Kem said it. I mean, obviously coming off the Liverpool game, Wolves were what they had 3 clean sheets before Reece scored, and that's their home patch. But we created a lot of chances, and I expect City to do the same and be a lot more clinical. I mean, City conceded some cheap goals the other day. They conceded to Lanzini and then somebody else. I don't remember who they conceded to the game after that. I don't remember. But they've been letting in some silly goals of late. So I'm going to give them one because Traore was a menace for Liverpool in the
Watford
last
was the
game.
team.
Watford, yeah. Watford scored against them too. So I expect Traore to continue his good form in terms of his, breaking the lines and stuff. So I'm going to give them a goal. And I remember Wolves caused City a lot of problems a couple seasons ago. So I give them a goal. So I'm going to 3-1 to City.
Can I ask Dima a question? You said Traore was a menace to Liverpool.
Yes, man.
Did he score
No. He never have to score for being a menace. He caused us a lot of problems on the counter, boss.
the game?
Say that again?
To the scoreline.
We won the game 1-0.
Manning's man is actually true. As in, Traore was a menace in the game.
Wait, you either argue say he wasn't a menace or you either ask me.
Manning's man is two people had to be running to cover Traore in that game because he was basically beating Fabinho every single time. Anybody that was at the halfway line, he was beating them, or they had to foul him.
So the Traore that I know normally does that to most teams without finishing. So I think he's a fake menace. He's not a real menace because there's no end product.
He's no Dennis.
He was a menace to us, man. And even Fabinho had to take him down for a yellow card. I remember he forced Van Dijk into a mistake as well and crossed the ball, and they messed up the chance. So yeah, he caused us problems.
I think the person who's a menace to a team is the person that no matter how bad your team looks against you, they score a goal. Like Traore feels, and I keep saying this, he doesn't score. In fact, when he plays like this, his team suffer. He got a ball that hit the bar in the last game. He walloped it on the crossbar. When the Mexican was wide open.
So hold on. If a player start beat your defense, do everything, but because him not score or him not assist, he wasn't a menace. That's what you're saying, yes or no?
If I know that you're not going to score regardless of what you do, you can't be a menace to me.
So he's not a menace.
No. You can't be a menace. I know that you're not going to score.
Your defenders, them get beat. Your defenders, them all over the place. A twist up, tie up everything, but he's not a menace because he not score.
Let me ask you a question.
No. You know what? Those are two separate things. Scoring and assisting. You can be a menace and you don't score or assist. It don't mean you were not it. What you do after that is a total different thing.
All right. Let's look at expected goals. Here's my point. When you check the EXG, I think they call it expected goal for Wolves, and they look at those chances, 2 of those were Traore being a so-called menace and never passed the ball.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What you do afterwards is a different story than what you do before. So you can't say because he never scored or assist, he wasn't.
Yes, and in school and people used to call him fast and foolish.
Yeah, and so many cases, but that don't mean you weren't a menace.
All right. Management, I think because you have a very big dislike for this fellow, for some reason, because you're a nitpick right now.
Iron balloon.
Like you're really a nitpick right now. Like the man was the best meeting. The man was the best Wolves player against Liverpool. That's our meeting. And there have been games. Obviously, there have been games where you have got chances and never score. But which player or which attacking player we can't say that about this season? So this player got a lot of chances and never score. Like we can't say that about anybody. But you know, I understand that you have a dislike for the player, you don't like him, or he's a iron balloon to you,
Can
or
I ask you,
whatever the case may be.
was Obama a menace against Manchester United
No.
or against
Obama,
You know, so
Aubameyang hasn't
sometimes
been.
we delve into someone unnecessary,
All right, cool. It's
and you draw the show unnecessarily.
But my thing is,
Management never watch that game. You're right, Ryan. Management, you never watch the game and come here making
what?
mystery.
Liverpool versus Wolves.
You
Listen,
didn't watch. If you said Traore wasn't the danger player, you didn't watch the game. That's what Ryan's saying.
no. Let me give you my position. What I saw from Traore against Liverpool in the last couple of seasons is what he has been doing that affects the play of his overall team. In other words, when he plays and he's not a menace but seeks to bring his players into the game, his team wins or plays better. When he takes it upon himself to do all that he was doing against Liverpool and then misses the goal, his team generally loses. For me, he's more of a menace when he passes the ball and Raul Jimenez or the other guy score. When he plays like that, he's more of a menace. Then when he decides he wants to take on the whole Liverpool defense, he beats them all and kicks the ball away. He's not being a menace, he's being foolish.
But in that Liverpool game, management, let her break it down for you. You didn't watch the game, so let her break it down for you. What happened in that game with Traore was the midfield was lacking quality. Every time Traore was supposed to get a decent ball that was supposed to play him through, the midfield give Liverpool back the ball. That every player, the commentator say, what Wolves has a good chance, but they're lacking quality again on the final pass.
Correct.
And Traore could never get back a 1-2. So that is frustrating, and then you can see why he takes it upon himself to dribble when he can't get back a ball just to go through and goal. So that game you cannot use it against him in that context.
Put it point blank, Mannings. Traore is fast and foolish.
Boss, we talk about one specific game, and the man was a menace in that game for all who watch the game, so we'll just move on. Like, take it from a Liverpool fan. He was a menace in the game. All right, let's go.
All right, so yes, Jason saying that betting tip, City to win and under 3.5 goals. See another comment up here where it is.
good luck with that.
I see Nicholas agreeing with Manning saying that Adama is no menace. He doesn't score or set up anybody. Just fast and foolish with through.
All right.
But here what, we're going to move on to the next game because we have a lot of games to get through. And next up, because you know that tomorrow is a day where all the big teams are playing. So next on the agenda is Ryan team Chelsea taking on Leeds. And Ryan has what? 1 win in the last 4 games. Don't know if he's scratching his head right now or whatnot. But how see this one going this time around, Ryan?
Well, this is one of the games that can go left or can go right, or it can just end in a draw.
So on the center.
That's a draw.
Okay, just wondering.
Okay. Leeds is a team that will give trouble. They'll give problems, but without Calvin Phillips, they're going to have a soft 4. I see Chelsea midfield dominating Leeds. I heard that they are. Huh?
Who will be in Chelsea midfield?
Jorginho, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic is back. I don't know if he'll play, but overall we have a better midfield than them, regardless of the injuries and whatever. And I hear that Leeds is bringing in Lewis Bate. You know, Lewis Bate was a Chelsea youngster this season. So because Calvin is out, I heard that he will be promoted to the senior team. So let us see if he'll get some minutes against his old team, if he'll get his debut against his old team. It can be an interesting match, but in the end, I am going to go Chelsea 3-1.
Okay. Lynch.
Yeah, this game, like Ryan said, it's one of those games with Chelsea not looking themselves, basically giving up goals. Not something that I thought Chelsea was when the season started, but obviously leaking goals now, and Leeds must feel like they have a chance. But Calvin Phillips and Liam Cooper, I think Leeds will miss him. And yeah, I think this one Chelsea is going to win. It's hard to pick against them. 2-0.
Okay. Mannings.
Yeah, 2-0 for Chelsea. At least the only team without Calvin Phillips. I mean, they're not able to plug that CDM role. When Phillips doesn't play, they struggle to prevent him from scoring, and it doesn't give them a good pivot to play from to go forward. And so yeah, Chelsea 2-0.
Okay. And before I move to Kems, here's Jason saying that Leeds have lost 9 of their 13 matches without Phillips. Go ahead, Kems.
This is for you, Ryan. Listen up keenly. Chelsea will win this game. You hear me say? They will win this game. Even though, Bamford is back now, and obviously, as I've said from the season
Shakes,
start,
one can you
you
give me
know,
a feedback?
as I've said before, Rafinha, Rafinha is the engine for this team, but I think, the last couple of results Chelsea get, I think the manager is furious. I hear that he's world class, top three. So I know the manager is furious. He's on the boys in the locker room, and I just think that they'll respond this game. And, they have a good opponent in Leeds who can't stop a fly. So I think Chelsea will win this game very convincingly. I think they'll win. I want to say Chelsea 4 and Leeds 1.
Shakes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, Kim's doing a nice reverse psychology for Ryan. Time one, the team lose. But anyway, I'm gonna go with Chelsea 3-0 victory. Actually, yeah, Calvin Phillips is going to be a very big miss. And Cooper.
True.
Plus Leeds not really playing much. Yeah, Bamford will give them a little bit of hope, but I don't expect him to be up to 100% just yet.
Yeah, because even Brentford, yeah, we could say Brentford were playing well here, and Leeds were lucky to escape with a draw the other day against them. So it's not a case as if they're playing any over the top football either.
Yep.
But Dima, what say you?
Yeah, the champions elect back in action again. I think Chelsea will win this game. The Calvin Phillips, like we'll try if we not make the team about one player all the time, but he's such a vital part for them. And if he's missing this game, I don't see them winning this game at all. Chelsea had a lot of injuries. Ryan just tell us one who come back. I'm not sure. I thought they were injury ravaged, because a lot of Chelsea fans were complaining about the injuries. But I still expect them to be strong enough to beat this Leeds team. Rafinha can do it by himself, and even though Bamford scored last week, I don't see them having enough to win the game. So I'm going to go 3-0 Chelsea and a very comfortable win for the champions elect.
Okay, before I move on to the next fixture, here's Joseph, our good friend down there, way down in Nigeria, saying that Monaco is menace is a football jargon, which means a player carries a threat that the opposition is wary about. Not scoring is a different argument altogether. Just a trier is not clinical. Simple.
Yeah.
Well said.
Well said.
Simple as that.
And here's Michelle saying that, and this is what I believe Shakes was probably trying to get at, but he never actually came out with it. Michelle is saying that Kim's a try, make sure Leeds go down. Yeah, because he has to find somebody else to go down instead of Brentford. So, what better way to do it? But next up on the agenda, we have the Liverpool man taking on Aston Villa. That's what Klopp against Gerrard. And Aston Villa has played some good football under Steven Gerrard so far. And you know what, we have an Aston Villa in Jamaica at long last. I'm talking about Kims. But Demo, I'm gonna start with you on this one.
Yeah, so I opt out of this analysis and predictions. Listen, my heart all over the place, brother. I don't know, like honestly, Gerrard one of my all-time favorite footballer of all time. And not even talk about Liverpool, like of all time. I really want to see him do well. I really want to see him succeed as a manager. And coming to play against us, like more slap him, of course, but I don't want him feel too bad. And we know it's all professional at the end of the day. But me personally, I just can't split the emotions. I can't analyze the game, brother. So I'm glad Lynch is here. So I'm going to make another Liverpool man try and break it down. I know Gerrard came out and he's very stern about how he's approaching this game. The guy say, how sentimental will this be for you? And he was like, none. I'm going there for 3 points, and it's just 3 points for me. And the man stern, and I try to make it seem like he not have the emotions attached to the game. But I know deep down it must be difficult for him, and he's trying to play tough. So I don't know how to analyze the game, boss. I don't know what I'm probably not even going to watch the game just because.
Tomorrow will be
Yeah.
Liverpool job.
So I pass, and Lynch can take over as the Liverpool.
You're kidding, man. I'm just going to say this here. Listen, I was born in Jamaica, yeah. But you see, if World Cup come up and Jamaica is playing against Germany, I want Germany beat Jamaica all day long.
No, brother. That was so angry.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, obviously, I tell you, Stephen G is the G, and obviously it's going to be very emotional. Didn't show much emotions in the press conference, but come to Anfield, obviously, he cannot escape. He cannot escape the emotions that's going to come. The fans is going to love him. Like Dima, there's going to be a lot of fans like Dima in the stands welcoming Gerrard back. And it's just good. The main reason why a lot of people love Gerrard is humbleness. If you look at how he went about getting his coaching job in Aston Villa, he didn't basically skip the line. He went through a process. So that and all let people love him even more, and for that person. And Captain Fantastic will be welcome to Liverpool. But 3 points is the motive. Just before Salah and Co go after African Cup of Nations, we know that he has lost only one game since he take charge. But this can be number 2. It's a man that is looking to learn from Klopp. You would have said he learned from him because he was in charge of the Liverpool under 18s and so. So Gerrard basically is a man who basically respect Klopp. But yeah, Liverpool should win this game. It's going to be a very difficult game for some players who would have played with Gerrard, including Henderson, somebody that he probably modeled his game off. So it's going to be a lot of emotions in it. I wouldn't want to be Henderson in this day. I think Klopp doesn't start Henderson because of the emotions that go with the game. So, and that would be a good decision. And yeah, Liverpool should be 2-0 winners.
Okay. And to the man that says that he is on loan to Aston Villa, what do you think about your team coming against Liverpool tomorrow?
All right. So, you must say that, Gerrard, Gerrard is my favorite footballer ever. I don't care about no Liverpool, Man U rivalry. Like Steven Gerrard as a footballer.
Give up him citizenship over Man U officially when him said that, brother.
I can't say what you
But
want.
Kems is not a United fan. Kems is a Aston Villa fan, so why are you surprised?
And Gerrard is an England baller. But anyway, right, a lot of persons talk about new manager bones, and I tell people, hey, a new manager bones that can happen 1 week, 2 weeks. You see, coming 4 weeks, 5 weeks, you have to be able to do your job. You have to be able to motivate the lads. You have to be able to go out there and execute. And trust me, since Steven Gerrard took over, I watch every Aston Villa press conference, every Facebook training session where them highlight, and me that I watch it, and may I see how he's getting himself involved with the team, getting himself involved with the players. And one thing that I realized with Steven Gerrard, he always gives his backroom staff a whole lot of credit. He deflects the credit from himself and give it to his backroom staff. And I don't know how much I know Aston Villa games, but the team has took Gerrard's personality, his fight, his demeanor, his professionalism, even the baller where Ryan hates so much. Mings actually looked like a good footballer around it. I call him on the time I said the other player, Cancer, whatever the name of the best defender, but me, I think both Mings and McGinn, I think those two players are the glue players, for Aston Villa, as well as the wing backs.
Cash.
Cash and Target or whatever I'm on him. Yeah. But I think this is, as Demo and Chris said, I think it's going to be an incredible game. Gerrard is going for those 3 points. The man say, I watch a full thing and him say, oh, going back to Anfield is always special with them taking you in as a boy, da da da. But once the whistle blow, all of that done. A points him want. You see me? And I really respect that. To pick a winner, boy, Liverpool is on some superb form right now. But I have to go out there. I have to go out there on a limb. And my limb is going to be a 1-1 draw.
All right, before I move on to Manning's, here's a question for you, Kems. Anthony is asking, since when manager bounce isn't limited to less than 5 games?
Well, I mean,
I think he phrased the question the wrong way still.
Yeah, I think I know what he's trying to say. But this is just my belief as a person who, plays sports and, talk to people who play sports. I believe when a new manager come in, after a while, the first game good, the second game good, we can even get the third game. But after that now, the players are looking towards the manager. What are we doing different? How we are conduct the team, how we're going to improve game by game, how we're going to improve training session by training session, the intensity of the training session, the things that are going there, put in there, how can we execute a game plan? And those are the things that Mr. Steven Gerrard come and implement in Aston Villa. You see, it is incredible how you can see. I'm not say Dean Smith and another coach, but it's incredible how Steven Gerrard has turned around this team. I see a lot of fight in Aston Villa. Even the game against City, them could have laid down against City, but it was, even though them lose 2-1, I believe they they show their worth against City. And I think it'll be the same thing against Liverpool. And if you can show your worth against these top guns in the league, then I have to tip my hat off to Steven Gerrard for sure.
Okay, and here's Elton Gardner saying that I can't professionalize money at that, but what I mean bench Anderson because of emotions. Lol.
The man understand the sporting thing. So.
Right. Manning, go ahead.
I think last year, and one of the biggest surprises, last season, one of the biggest surprises was a 7-2 game between Liverpool and Aston Villa. And I think even Steven Gerrard, as a former Liverpool player, must have been very embarrassed by that result. And that was, I think, the last time that they played. Right?
No, we beat them 2-1 the last time we played.
2-1.
At Anfield.
It was the first time they face each other.
Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So, given that, I think Aston Villa comes into this game with confidence, but Liverpool comes into this game with form. And when confidence and form meet, that's a draw game. Right? So I'm going 2-2.
Ryan, go ahead.
The time when Gerrard passed back the ball to Drogba, the time when Gerrard flipped, the time when Gerrard almost went to Chelsea. I'm counting the times that Gerrard, and then tomorrow, those are 4 times that Gerrard will not be supporting Liverpool. So tomorrow, I think what Gerrard is saying in terms of him not being overwhelmed by the occasion is actually true, because I can see that part of Gerrard. And then once you're a coach, you have to put emotions aside.
Ryan, all right, Ryan, can I interject for a second? Are you doing your assessment based on your team, or you're doing it logically? Which one? Because it sounds like your favorite is into your club.
No, man. No, I'm just saying that some of the times you have to put emotions aside and be all about the game. And Gerrard basically said that today, that's where he is at. So I am also leading into the whole Henderson point. I don't think just because you idolize a player and now he's a coach for another team on the sideline, you're going to become emotional about that and you should sit on the bench. I just don't see how that makes any sense, especially when you're a captain and you're a seasoned international. That emotion just have to put aside, and then tomorrow is all about the business. So I think tomorrow will be all about the business for both sides, for Klopp. Even though Klopp never coached Gerrard, but Klopp understands the situation. Gerrard will also put emotion aside and be all about the business for his team to get a victory. Him said him will be unpopular for a day just to get that victory. He is all about that. And I expect, based on that, I expect a very good game tomorrow. You know, Aston Villa tend to give Liverpool problems a few times over the recent years. So based on that, I'm going with a 12 draw.
Okay.
Hold on, Deliver. Just before you go to Shakes, like, but I don't understand how people just are reason the thing so. So, you really believe, like, all of we are human beings, we're men here, we have emotions and feelings. You really believe that Gerrard coming into this game, all the way him saying at the interview, and not just for sure, and him can just put it.
No.
This Gerrard cry living high water for that club in the boss. I just believe I'm gonna put it aside and be like, say, oh no, emotions attached and it's all business.
Oh, it's
Him tie
going to
up,
be there,
but
it's
Ryan
going to be
contradict
about-
everything when him said him. Him said Gerrard wanted to go Chelsea. Gerrard wanted to go a lot of places, but what he did, he stayed. That alone tell you emotions. No matter no iron, not what Gerrard say cannot trick me. Emotions run through him tomorrow, brother. He walk through that when he walk through that tunnel.
Me can tell you this. You see, if Aston Villa need to lose a game for Liverpool win the title, Aston Villa go lose a game.
Yeah, I also pointed that out in my introduction. I said Gerrard did pass the ball to Drogba because Man U did have to lose the title. Gerrard never did make Man U win the title.
All right, but Shakes, go ahead, Shakes.
Can I ask Dima a question? I mean, I know this is like the third time on the show I'm talk about living high water. I would love for him to explain to me what is the opposite of living high water.
Crocodile tears, boss. Dry.
All right, so Shakes, go ahead.
So for that game, tough matchup because Aston Villa, as you rightfully said, coming in with some proper form. Liverpool, though, Kems will be smiling, yeah. But I guess he didn't really want to say it because he's really high on Liverpool, right? Find it very strange that as a Manchester United fan, you could say that.
Well, you keep calling him a Manchester United fan.
But after tonight, now I know that you could never ever be a Manchester United fan, right? But anyway, for the game tomorrow, it might be a close affair just because of sentimentality. But at the end of the day, it's the results that matter, and I believe that Liverpool will triumph on the day. So I am going to go for a 4-2 victory for Liverpool.
Wow.
Mo Salah will want to extend his lead atop the Golden Boot charts in the EPL. Yeah. So look out for a double or even a hat-trick from him tomorrow.
Oh, and just to say, I think Jota is in doubt, so look for Klochigi to be in the starting lineup if anything.
Oh yeah, and if he's starting, you can bump it up to 5-2 then. Yeah.
All right.
If who's starting?
First, all right.
If Klochigi is starting, you can bump it up to 5 goals.
Bobby is back already.
Liverpool is not scoring 5 goals on Aston Villa. No, that's not happening. Like, come on, then not gonna bother play yourself.
Okay, that's your team, no problem.
But so Shakes, like I believe say, you know, on a Jamaican fellows that watch football, on go on like one of the biggest club supporters.
Are you Jamaican, Kems?
No, I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm not. Okay, good. Keep quiet. Yeah. So check this out, right? So you're telling me that because I am a Manchester United fan, that means I cannot look and say. I'm just asking a question.
Hey.
I'm just asking a question.
Hey, a joke may not run. My God, move on.
Oh, you're joking.
Take a joke, Kems.
Come on, Kems. Shakes will be serious. Shakes will be serious on that.
You like how you joking about Aston Villa being a team. We know that you want Man U to win.
Think about it, Kems. When I used to come on here day in, day out, talking about Manchester United, people say I don't support Manchester United.
Facts.
Yeah. So a joke may run, Kems. So don't take it serious.
I don't know when they drop my boss. My fault. I don't know when they
sorry. Next time I'll switch up the face.
But Kems,
put to a LOL at the end.
Kems, what do you mean by you Jamaican? Because obviously you're referring to the rest of the panel who are all Jamaican.
No,
No,
what I'm
I'm not
saying.
Jamaican.
You're not Jamaican. Oh,
I am,
sorry.
I
What
am Jamaican.
what I'm saying, Mannings man, is that Jamaican football fans
Are you a
they
Jamaican?
love what
What are
I
you?
do, man. Brother, I'm not just say me I'm a Jamaican, brother.
Oh, you
I'm an,
still want to know the man nationality, man.
like I'm not Jamaican. But
Right.
what I'm saying, Mannings man, is that Jamaicans on a whole, they like to act like them are the most die-hearted football fans in the world. Like say, oh, well, if you
But
support
is that true
Manchester
then?
United, you
Too
can't
much
like
of
a player
tradition.
from Liverpool. Like that is absolute. I just don't think that's garbage because even like those people in England, like those people who really support
All
Liverpool
right,
in
Kims, I
England
disagree.
and Manchester in England.
Did you just say you don't think that is garbage?
All right, Kims, I can tell you this, Kims. I personally believe that I don't really want to put it as a. I'm going there. I think generally it's a black
Okay.
thing because you see, if you watch even the Africans comment on these pages right throughout, that's exactly what they behave as well.
Very good.
So I don't think it's necessarily Jamaican. I think it's
Well,
more
yeah.
of black mentality.
So you
If
think the
if you don't
English?
want,
So you think in England? So you think in England, the white people them will support Man U have Liverpool players who them love, and I go
All right, Ryan,
publicly
totally
and
different
say that?
scenario, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. We know this.
No, that's what we're
If a
talking
man,
about.
if a man
That's
in England come
exactly
from
what we're talking
Rotherham,
about.
hold on,
How
Ryan.
is it different? How is it different?
Ryan,
It's
hold
not
on.
a color thing. I disagree with that
How
level.
is
It's
it
not a
different?
color thing.
Hold on, this is what I'm saying. All right, for instance, if a man in England come from Rotherham, that man is going to support Rotherham. He's not going to support Manchester United nor Chelsea nor none of those teams. So wherever they come from, that is a team they support. So
Okay,
automatically,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
okay.
So you mean outside of the country?
Go again?
So you're speaking to outside of the country itself?
Yeah. I'm not
Okay,
speaking
all right,
about
cool.
within England.
All right, cool.
But you do know, you
Because
guys do know that you don't need to be in England to be a die-hard fan, right?
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But and as the
Because
one
I am a supporter that ball live in Iwater for Manchester United, and probably if somebody dies in front of me, I ain't shedding a tear for them.
and as Levon said earlier too, if you check all these British papers, the sporting papers, the comment section are dominated by Africans. Totally. You all see English people comment on it. It's
Yeah.
just most Africans.
I'm saying man, start to cover the Jamaican papers, then no, do they're not a joke. But we're going to move on to our next game.
To Mannings.
There's a jump, brother Bullfrog in their family. But we're going to move to the Arsenal game. They're going to take on Southampton and show us all yours now, man.
What can I expect? I don't know. I don't know. You know what is funny? I think Southampton has been playing some very good, like they play very good football, but they don't produce the result. They will give you a lot of trouble, but they don't. So I could see them causing a lot of problems to Arsenal and still lose the game. But I can also see Arsenal losing the game just because of I think how the coach has been setting up the team. Like certain things, like I'm saying, it doesn't make sense. But Southampton is one of those teams that they generally play well. I think earlier, and don't get the result. I remember earlier when we were doing the show, I said to you, they're the kind of teams that can get 9 this week, and then next week they spring a 2-0 victory, and you're wondering, is this the same team? But here's the problem with Arsenal, I believe. I think the coach is more loyal to players than he is a fan of winning. All right. So there's a youngster called Sambi Lakanga playing well, and then Granit Xhaka comes back. Or the game before that, Sambi Lakanga is dropped out of the team. A player who comes back into the team plays the full 90. So if he played bad and you dropped him, Thomas Partey is playing bad and you have not dropped him. All right. You drop Obama Yang. So I'm not sure. He drops Tavares, who wasn't playing bad, to bring in Tierney. Though Tierney had a good game. Right? He drops Lacazette to bring in Odegaard. But so I don't know. I think his selection is so poor that it depends on how he sets up the team. I think you know you have some players like Fred. Like I have a lot of time for Fred. I'm gonna use Fred as an example. Manchester people have a problem. A lot of Manchester fans, they have a problem with Fred.
We ease him up now, man.
Fred is like Zaka to me in a sense. And what I mean by that is you don't see what they're doing, but somehow they kind of add to the team. You don't miss them until you're not in the game. Right? And I feel like Zaka has that. But he makes the team play slower. And so I don't know. But again, I can see Southampton playing well and Arsenal still win at home because they have been on such a bad run, and the coach is going to probably bring back Sambi Lakanga into his starting 11. He's probably going to start. He's probably going to start Aubameyang to get back some form and just change up the whole dynamics.
That is something that he should drop. But one thing that I'll actually agree with you on, if he was going to drop somebody, Partey was the one that was supposed to be dropped, because up to now Partey hasn't partied at Arsenal. Sam Belakangaza said, the man has been playing well. And I told you a long time out that when Xhaka plays, Arsenal midfield looks better. Yeah, it's his first game back, and that he's rusty and all of that. So I can probably see past Xhaka in that game. But once Xhaka is fit, he has to start in that Arsenal midfield. Go ahead.
Well, so I am going to go. If Sambi Lakanga play, Arsenal wins. If it's Partey and Xhaka, Arsenal not going to lose to Southampton at home. It's a drawn game. They're not that, yeah. So a 1-1 game, but Arsenal not going to lose.
Okay.
If Sambi Lakanga plays, I can see us winning the game. I hope Smith Rowe is fit to play as well, because he adds.
I think he's still out.
He adds, something to us going forward.
Mm-hmm. Here's Jason Curl, the statistician, in the comment section, saying that Arsenal are unbeaten in 22 home games against the Saints. So that's a good thing for you right there, Mannings. The only thing you want to do now is add that to the winning column, because that's what they need now. But personally, for me, I love it Southampton beat it tomorrow. But Shakes, how you see this one going?
I'm actually going to go for an Arsenal win. Arsenal to win 2-1. They have had poor results in the last few games. But Southampton, I don't see them getting the better Arsenal for this match. So 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm going with the same scoreline as Shakes. 2-1 Arsenal. I don't see Southampton winning this game, and I expect Arsenal to be the better team, especially at home. Southampton, they're not good at putting away chances. On the odd occasions, they'll score more than one goal, especially when you have man like Ada Armstrong leading a line. I think Broha should be given the opportunity from the start to get a chance. He and Adam should be the one leading the line going forward in the foreseeable future. But even if that happens, I am still going to go with an Arsenal victory based on the fact that Southampton is a hit and miss team, pretty much like an Arsenal, but Arsenal has more quality.
We hit more than we miss.
Well, water in the nozzle. But Shakes. No, I already went to Shakes. Demo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think Arsenal will win this game as well. The thing with Arsenal, they were on a 9-game winning streak or 10, whatever it was, and they were beating teams they were expected to beat. Once they face teams with a little bit of quality, then them flop, obviously. So this is a team that they're expected to beat as well. I think Broha, however you pronounce his name, I think he will start in this game actually, but I still think that Arsenal will come out on top comfortably. I'm going to say 3-1 to the Gunners, but we need to talk about Aubameyang, like not just even as a player, but his leadership. Him just don't look interested anymore for Arsenal. I don't know what's going on with him, but he just doesn't look the same player that he was, and he's missing sitters and all of these things. So I guess he was deservedly dropped and Lacazette played, but Aubameyang needs to come to the fore for Arsenal again to kickstart this.
That will not happen.
Can I ask a question? Shakes, let me ask Shakes and probably a question. Would you want a forward that gets into goal scoring opportunities and miss them, or a forward who is never in a goal scoring opportunity, which is what we have with Lacazette and Aubameyang. And Lacazette didn't get one goal scoring opportunity in the game that he started. Aubameyang is getting them, but he's missing them. Who would you go with?
None.
None of the two.
Exactly.
All right, so here's a comment from Ronham, and he's an Arsenal fan. And before I even read the comment, Ronham, you're invited to the show on Monday, so just reach out to any of us, either me or Josh Carl, and be on the show on Monday. So here's he saying that Falarin Balogun and Charlie Patino should be given first team opportunities. The incumbents have been very underwhelming. Surely the two aforementioned should be given a chance. And I might go as far as say, even Omari Hutchinson should be given a chance ahead of those two. In terms of Lacazette and Aubameyang, because they can't come and do any worse.
Mannings, man, you see, for the January window, you needed to come fast and furious.
I'm telling you.
No
So,
joke.
in Richarlison.
Listen, earlier, I think it was late last week, I actually give Aubameyang a goal, you know. I gave him a goal. And he literally, I called his name to score a goal, right? And he got the chances, right? But guess what? You see, after what I saw, he's finished. Like, probably go play in the MLS or something. I don't know, but not the EPL, not to start for Arsenal. Sorry.
The man just chop Arsenal and say, yeah, what? I have my big paydays, so I have to play
exactly.
ball. Like.
You see, from he got that contract level on, it's as if the man forget to know how to play football, which is crazy. Based on where he was coming from Germany, it's like a big drop off.
And even when he just started off in Arsenal,
yeah, I mean, he started well. He started well at Arsenal, but I mean, from that new contract, that the man get the money and decides, guess what? I just don't remember how to play football.
I think they have to get Calvert-Lewin or Richarlison, because I know those are the reports, and they have the guy from Juve that they want to get as well. But I think Calvert-Lewin from Juve, the
plus Moise Keane?
No, man, is a winger.
Oh yeah, I know the K name. I can't pronounce his name.
Kolesevsky.
Yes, him.
Kolesevsky, that man is a winger. So why would
exactly,
he?
But he's not a striker. Arsenal need a striker.
Like
so that means you're getting, if you're getting Kolesevsky, that means you're going to go out.
I think they're selling Pepe and they want to get
Pepe.
Yeah,
Pepe.
they want to sell Pepe. Because they can't play Pepe because of some clause in this contract and how much more.
Yeah, and I hear about the Calvert-Lewin link.
So Mannings, why don't you guys go all out for Dusan Vlahovic?
Yeah, but they're going to
guaranteed goal machine.
I think the fact that they're getting that winger is there, and with Tierney, I think Calvert-Lewin is aerially he's very good. He's very good at the hold-up play.
I can use the same thing for Vlahovic.
Huh?
Vlahovic is just the same thing that you're going to give me with Calvert-Lewin. Vlahovic is the same.
It's when I watch Syria, I look at Lukaku, right? Coming out of Syria and how he looks in the Premier League. Like, I want somebody, I don't have time for you to get adjusted. I need somebody right now, and I think Calvert-Lewin is a better option right now. If I had time in the summer, I'd go for that player. But right now, I need somebody who understands English football, can deal with the hustle and the bustle.
Would you take Divock Origi?
Yeah.
You take Origi?
I need to see Origi starting for Liverpool.
But you hear that Marshall wants to leave.
Ryan, why are you rushing the thing, Ryan? I was just about to say Arsenal do well with French players, so we're just giving them.
This is not some kung fu moving or martial arts business.
No man, you can get back a neck. You can get a French Welbeck.
We're done with
but Mannings man, the Martial moving to Arsenal wouldn't be a bad thing. Wouldn't be a bad move. What's the worst that can happen?
For who?
No,
it wouldn't be a bad move for Manchester United.
No, hold on. You can't. All right. So Martial can't do any worse than Aubameyang and Lacazette right now, because they are literally giving you nothing. But zero. Hold on, man. 0 is the same as 0. So even if Martial don't go and score, are the same thing Lacazette and Aubameyang doing, as in that is two men giving you 0. So take your chance with Martial.
So if I have 0, why am I going to get an next 0?
Hold on. No. I'm saying the worst Martial can do would be to not produce.
No, it's not. He could do what he's going to do is not produce.
How you know that?
Manning's 0. I don't really want to talk about this player because I get to dislike him. I had so much sorry about this man disappointing me big time. But you see, the thing with Martial is Martial will do well at Arsenal because he knows that.
Oh man, I love Martial, man. Very.
This is what I'm saying, the Mannings. He'll do well at Arsenal because you know that Lacazette can't take in game time. Aubameyang can't take in game time.
Exactly.
That man strives when he knows that he doesn't have any challenge.
And he works off confidence.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. I think Martial is such a good player. He should be the starting option at Manchester United.
All right, go easy. Go easy.
All right, you have to think on comedy now.
Oh, it's a comedy fight at Manchester United.
So, all right, Manning's man. Let me just ask this last question. So
clearly, Manning's man, I like Manu.
You know that Everton is going to basically ask for 65 to 70 million for Calvert-Lewin, right?
Yeah.
As Manchester United going to take 20 million for Martial.
Right now, if they give me Martial for $2, I don't want him.
Yeah, but you want him to stay when you start.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys can afford Calvert-Lewin.
I agree.
Listen, if I can't afford Calvert-Lewin, I play Eddie Nketiah.
All right. So you're literally mentioning 3 men that give you 0 output.
Negative. This one is negative. This one is below 0.
Let me tell you this. One thing I know is that I have watched Martial. In a goal, but he's minusing from your winning effort. Right now, Aubameyang neutral, Lacazette neutral, not giving me nothing, not taking away nothing. Martial is coming to take away. Because
so it's Nketiah.
No man, the last time I watched Martial, he was giving away goals. He wasn't scoring and he was giving away goals. I'm not scoring enough to give away any. When he lost the ball and stood up there, man.
But he did score. He scored against
Balogun over Nketiah, because Nketiah is not a footballer.
But seriously, I don't want. I mean, if they can't get Calvert-Lewin, we just no man. Met Martial. Listen, met Martial stay, man. I think he'd be. Listen, I think he fits into the Manchester United system.
He doesn't.
I would love to see him play with. Play with Sancho, Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood, and Ben Trent.
Listen, Mannings, the report came out that this man is willing to leave because guess what? The man see what Ralph are going to do, you know. Ralph is going to work.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Mannings, man. Drop Ronaldo and play Martial.
Yeah, man. But hear what, Ryan? You see, if we drop Ronaldo, you know he's going to play Mason Greenwood. So what you talking about? Martial
to play, man.
Yeah, man. Just like I want you guys to consistently play Lukaku up there, because I know that Lukaku not doing nothing. But let's move on.
What I could do, I would take Martial, like based on just what Michel Lemon is saying. If Manchester is willing to send him over and send some money along.
Send what money? You think a party shop? Ralph come over here to change the whole dynamics. Ralph now do them things again. So let's move on. All right. Next up, since as we just mentioned their name, it's Norwich against Manchester United tomorrow. And I'm going to start with Shakes because the fella down in the right-hand corner is not a Man United supporter. So I'm going to start with people that actually support Man United, like myself and Shakes. So Shakes, go ahead.
So for that match, I expect Man U to come out and play like a big team while we are playing against a very small team. Norwich, they have been sent back down to earth, so I expect that to continue. So for tomorrow, I'm looking for Manchester United to win the game once it's played, at least 4 goals to 1. I'm gonna give Norwich a goal.
All right. The man that is on loan to Aston Villa, what say you?
All I'm going to say, 2 games, 2 goals for 1 goals conceded. That's all I'm going to say. Right now, the best thing about this coach, Ralph, is that he has excellent press conferences. Right, his press conference are gem. You always have to watch him press conference. You keep on him press conference. I also like the fact that obviously he gave some youth, the Savage guy a run, and especially the Savage guy give him a run. But for the Norwich game tomorrow, in all honesty, I think Norwich lost 3-0 to Tottenham, and I think Manchester United is a better team than Tottenham. And again, new manager coming in, set high expectations, no more Whitmore kind of vibes, but
Man in the
actually some
middle.
serious some more serious vibes, serious trading, and let him get some more time with the lads, especially like how I know some Manchester United fans love cry when the season start and they need rest. These players need rest. So the players didn't play at all, during the Champions League, so they are fresh and ready. So I'm expecting a very energetic performance, a very inspired performance, and Shakes him give Norwich a goal. I don't give Norwich any goal. So I'm going with a thumping. I'm going with a Manchester United 5-0 trashing of Norwich.
Okay, sir. Mannings, it seems like you want to say something.
No, I have nothing to say except that there's going to be. I think this game is not going to be as Dean Smith teams. I mean, his Aston Villa team always gave Manchester United a hard time. Doesn't have the same quality, but I could see this being away at Norwich. I could see this being a difficulty for Manchester United. And so I'm going to pick a surprise result in this one. I'm going to go Norwich 2, Manchester United 1. I may not be able to come back to the show on Monday, but that is my
Once Arsenal lose, you're not accompanying the show, man. For sure.
All right, Dad. I just brought up this comment for Kim's to see it. I said, Kim's, you know that this man have
Yeah,
it out
yeah.
for you. The man said, the man
If we
press
never,
conference have to do with you picking a winner.
I mean, we can just come here and we can say, all right, we can just say who will win and then end the show. We can just do that then if that's what you want to do. But Sefton,
Sounds
I
right.
tell you, Sefton from a longer time, we know he's a youth, you just, you will want me rate you and thing. But a woman me like, brother. Me not like you. Woman me like. Woman, you see the Kimona Lee, you see the Michelle Lemon, you see the Shanelia, them people them me like.
Yo, let's move on.
Let's move on.
So now I don't want to move on. So the man make a comment. And now when me a respond, I don't want to move on.
Continue
All right,
responding.
let's move on.
Go on.
No, man, let's
But-
move on, man. We're not
Yeah,
moving
I
on.
need
Let's
to give
move
my
on.
predictions. Let's move on, brother.
All right. And a real though, to what Kim said about his press conference, I like this guy. This man came out and said that Kim's favorite player. The man said, if you don't want to stay at the club, just go on. Simple as that. They're not forcing anybody to stay at the club. Once you want to leave, just leave.
Who my favorite player? Oh, Pogba?
Same one. The man said,
But that's where Real said that he might get an extension.
that is what he's saying because, all right, the bad thing for United is that they gave Pogba some ridiculous wages. So in terms of suitors,
Nobody can buy him off,
yeah, because Barcelona broke. Bayern could afford it, but so Bayern not getting nobody them crazy wages.
Money there.
The same
Magic.
problem, and then you have the party
Magic can't
club.
spend that right now.
The party club PSG can do it, but same problem they're going to face with Marshall because they gave Marshall some ridiculous wage and to offload him.
Yeah, but the Paris people them don't want Pogba at the club.
Let's see.
Nobody wants it.
The PSG fans, remember the PSG fans did against it when it was proposed somewhere.
Yeah.
Who care about what the PSG fans think? Like, who cares about that? Pogba going to PSG midfield right now. PSG midfield turn round. Like PSG then, what really they start discuss? Pogba and Verratti in the midfield there are worries.
Okay.
I don't want to come and talk like say Pogba some
Bug.
Why Ronaldo?
scrub.
He's a bug.
Yo,
If that's what you're
Levon,
struggling to say, he is a bug.
Levon, some baller when me see you rate, you can't call Pogba bug.
Who? Which
That's
ball
why
are
you
we?
used to
Bruno
ball,
Fernandes?
or you used to ball and jump up over Marshall, fight anybody for Marshall. You know, want to shoot
Of
people for
course.
Marshall.
That is,
But
and guess what? Guess what? This is the difference between you and I. You notice I said it. I don't think you've probably heard it. I said that I had so much hope for this guy, and he has failed to deliver. And I myself said that he can go on. You know,
well,
you on the other hand, the backside. You know really
well,
business about
I
it. No matter how Pogba now play good.
what you mean when we see Pogba suit up in the French national team, the man is absolutely sensational. When the man suit up and I play against, I play beside some bugs who can't read and understand the ball game the way you expect. Come on, man.
Just like Maguire for England.
Pogba a big baller, man. You need to stop it.
Like me not like when you do them thing. When you come and discuss the man like the man has some average baller.
Brethren, we
Like,
say the man go on the side them because they can't afford them. And that was say. We never say
well,
man a bug.
well, Levan said he was a bug, so the state of Manchester United business and focus on Chelsea. But Levan said the man was
All
a
right,
bug.
Kim, so Kim, that is your problem again. As Sheikh said to you earlier, and Kims don't know how to take a joke.
No,
Sheikh
me can't take. No, me not take the joke when I not call the man bug, brother.
You can hit back at Kims,
Like
you know.
try style the man. I'm running it off as joke.
You can hit back at Kims. Kims goes up Maguire. Maguire has been a beast for England.
Of course. Kim's is a too much person and I can't take Kim
So
seriously in
Kim,
that for a while.
so Kim, we not forgive my prediction then. Because if you stay at a man your business.
Well, no, you can't talk. No, we don't talk.
Oh,
Right.
so me allow forgive a prediction. Okay.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, I expect Manu to be what Ralph is doing. What I see like Ralph is trying to do is to have some growing pains situation where they are going through the gears to find out to learn the tactics, to find out who are the best people for it and all of those kind of things. And as such, I'm not going to go with a big victory like Ken. I'm going to go with a 2-0 as Manu try to have their growing pain situation. I don't have much to say about Manu because Kem's not what talk about inside. So I just go with a 2-0 and we move.
2-0.
Who him say?
So I just have a question.
We're not here, Levan.
Let me ask you a question, the Sheikh. So it's as you're a Manchester United fan. Is this a system or is this a coach where you believe that Pogba can thrive under?
No,
Why is that?
because he doesn't work hard enough.
He thrived on a Conte, remember?
Huh?
He thrived on a Conte. So why can't he thrive on a Ralph? And Conte is a big believer in workers. So is Deschamps.
You need N'Golo Kante around you, right? And that, let me tell you something. You see
And
that
who he had beside him?
that Juventus team. You see that
Pirlo beside him.
team that was there was just not Pirlo. It was the entire team. You realize that that they fell short in Europe, right? Yeah, they dominated in Italy, but that was it. It was a team for Juventus. I think Vidal was in that team also, if I remember correct. Yeah,
So,
Vidal was in that team. So there were others around which allowed Pogba to flourish. The same thing as with the French national team. If you have people around you, that's what happens. Pogba will flourish, but I don't see that happening at Manchester United because you would basically have to try to overcompensate with Bruno Fernandes. I don't think Bruno Fernandes and Tindier can work together. Bruno Fernandes and Pogba can work together.
So, all right. So, another question. So, yeah. So you'd have picked Bruno over Pogba.
None of them. I honestly, if you realize, I've never come on any show and rave about Bruno. Even from the buy, just bought him. Yeah, you never ever yet hear me come and rave about him because I don't believe that he does the simple things well that I would want from a footballer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bruno
That's
over Pogba every day.
That's crazy, bro. Anybody who not real over Bruno mad. But let me just give my prediction, please, before we continue on the Man U thing.
Come on, now we have that, brother.
Eh?
When I give a prediction, we are moving on from Manchester United.
Okay,
man.
good.
Please.
So I'm going to go Manchester United 4, Norwich 0. I think the new manager bounce. We'll see it working. We'll see them pressing high, even if it's just for a time. And I mean, sure, Norwich has tightened up over the past couple of games, but then they met up on Tottenham and Tottenham beat with them. I mean, it took a world class goal to start things for Tottenham, but I think that Manchester United have the quality to win this game by a large margin. I'm going 4-0. But I want to ask Josh Carl and Levan, is Dalo now your right back? Because I've been telling you guys about Dalo for years now. I don't know how to tell me about this Wan-Bissaka thing, brother. So, Josh Carl, I need your comments about Dalo, please.
All right. So Josh Carl said, in terms of Dalot, he still doesn't rate Dalot highly. He wants Dalot to work on his defensive aspect of his game better as well because that man sucks defensively. The player that you'd want at right back is a man who is currently out on loan. And that's a man that, for some reason, Jamaica hasn't batted an high on for some crazy reasons, and that's Ethan Laird. Laird is the man he wants to see at right back for Man United.
That's crazy. But Dalo is a right back, starting right back now.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka is injured.
He performed well in the last game, right?
Last couple of games.
Very good. And based on the system or the style of play that Ralph Rangnick employ, is much better suited for that system than Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka performance has been very poor since the beginning of the season, right? So we have to go with that for the time being. It's only good right back we have currently, especially for that system, right? But I don't think it's a complete package as well.
That is clear of brother.
To answer to you, Owen said that AWB need to be on the bench. No, AWB need to be out of the squad.
Yeah.
But let's move on. Let's move on.
For the comments on that, I'm waiting to see more games from him. So
But
all right.
One last thing for the producer, right? Producer, again, I like them like a narrative I wanna have. You see, players wanna like, wait for seeing a lot from them. Players who not like, wanna always want to wait for some more. Like you just say it, Josh. Like you just say, the system that he's been playing under right now more suiting. But in the same breath, you say, well, but we need for some more. The man cleared the way better than Wan-Bissaka.
Because you will have other players that are suited for the same system as well that will probably do a better job than him, right? I've never talked about that before, or whether or not I like him as a player. The fact he has not proven himself.
Wan-Bissaka can play like the cup games, the man thing right now.
Yeah, but we know that has been, especially from Marina days, he has started.
Right, you're the man that talk about the best right back in the world.
He has performed in games before, right? But then now when he plays again,
oh my God,
it's very inconsistent, right? And we need to see a greater consistency from him.
Man, can you believe this? Manchester United fans talking about Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the best right back in the world like this.
AWB was very good 2 seasons ago.
No, this is the thing, Josh, and I've been consistent about this. My right back, African at least square a ball. Like that's the basics. African at least square a ball. Like that's the simple basics that. My right back must can do that. You know what you tell me about good this and good that. My right back must can square a ball. And him there Manchester United enough time now for work on squaring a ball. That's all that.
Yeah.
The sliding tackles not enough. They're not enough anymore.
And he was at the age that's something that he could have developed 2 years ago. Wasn't he?
Brethren, the man was a winger, turn right back, and can't score a ball.
Right, that is impossible.
I think that was
can't score a ball, brother.
Ludicrous. It's
Yes,
ludicrous to think that I heard it multiple times that they said that he was a man that normally play wings that converted to right back. I was like, damn.
But when he was at Crystal Palace, was he good at straight balls?
No.
It was his defensive capabilities.
Defensive. attribute.
The question is why Manchester United like purchasing him in the first place.
Coach was a clone too, so a coach
Because
wanted to do that.
I never know him.
Because his defensive numbers were very good, so them think so. Oh.
But this is something that Demo talked about multiple times when he came on the show with Mannings. But I was saying that based on the system that Klopp plays, it requires strength to attack. Just like Rangnick basically played the same way like Klopp, so it requires your right back to attack. Because
Why you never just spend the money and buy a Trippier?
And move from yesterday on to the brother.
Rangnick is a teacher, Klopp is a student.
Man, go and go sleep. Let's move on.
You should just spend the money and buy a Trippier, the 20 million, the little 20 million, and just get him on done.
Where do Trippier? Come on, right? Don't get.
And call it a day. No, I mean, you have a better right back who can do everything.
No, we work with that.
No, I work with that. But next game on Sunday at 9 a.m. we'll see Burnley taking on West Ham. West Ham has done quite well this season.
Can I ask you a question, Manchester United fan? Would you take Aaron's or Lamptey?
Who for Man U in a man?
No, I just want to ask as a player. I mean,
Good
Aaron.
question. Anyone of them. Max Aarons or Tariq Lamptey. I'll take Aarons over Lamptey. One reason. Lamptey has an injury record. I don't like that.
But Lamptey is a better footballer. By far.
I take Lamptey.
You're not even close.
Not even close to me either.
Lamptey is a better footballer by far, not even close.
I disagree that is not.
Max Aarons has stalled.
I don't agree with that. But let's move on.
So you think Aaron's better than Lamptey?
I never said that. How do you gather from what I mentioned that I said that?
You just said you disagree, so I'm trying to wonder what you disagree with.
I'm saying that Lamptey is better, but the men are saying that, and Josh Call himself just said it, that it's not even close between Lamptey and Aaron. So I'm saying it's not as wide a gap as we make it out to be.
Okay.
Before that injury, Lamptey was like,
I'll give it a bit. All right, you're wilding now. But let's move on. Burnley against West Ham. West Ham, as I mentioned, have been doing well. I believe they've gone 40 games that they have only lost. All right, they've only been outscored in their games by 1 goal throughout 40 games. So if they're losing, it's probably a 2-1 or a 3-2 result, or a 4-3. When they're winning, it's basically the same. So look at West Ham and what they have done. I know that Shakes for one said that Burnley's going to one place, and that's done into the championship. Has your mind changed any at all, Shakes, or you still remain on cue for that?
No, I know. Because as Kim's alluded earlier, you have to go with the flow. So when you assess the games, you don't see where Burnley would get the confidence to come and win this game against West Ham. So I'm going to go for another West Ham victory. West Ham want to keep up where they are in terms of high in the table. So what better way to do that than when you play against a very weak opposition?
Okay. All right. Ryan, what say you?
Not much to dissect in terms of the game because we know how each team going to play. We know Burnley going to come there and try to be solid, and it more than likely don't work. And West Ham will be trying to play some football, and it more than likely will work. So I'm going 2-1 West Ham.
Okay, Dimo.
I'm actually going for a draw in this game. I'm going to go 2-2 in this game. I think that Burnley will put up a fight. I know West Ham have been playing well this season, but I think Burnley will show some fight in this game. And West Ham rested a lot of players in the Europa League. I know players are fresh and all of that, but I think Burnley will pull out a draw in this game for the upset. So 2-2.
All right, Mannings.
Yeah, I mean, Mikel Antonio, I think he didn't travel it even with the West Ham team. So I think they had this game in mind. Huh?
A lot of them never traveled.
Right. The entire backline didn't go. So I think they had this game in mind. Fabianski didn't go. So I think Rice didn't go as well. So I don't see them. I think they did that with this game in mind. So they win by 3-1.
Okay, and Kems.
And Mikel Antonio scores after not scoring for several weeks.
The Tapa effect?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Um, I would tend to agree with Dima for this one. I think this is a Burnley kind of game, and I don't think this is a. I don't even though Burnley is way down in the bottom of the table. Why? Um, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that West Ham happy to play a Burnley side. If you remember, West Ham played Wolves this season, and Wolves beat them 1-0. You see those physical rough teams. I don't think West Ham like those teams. I don't think West Ham really, and I think Burnley going out there to fight and to push and to war and to thump and to kick. And at the end of the day, I think they'll escape with a result. I won't go 2-2 though. I'll just go 1-1. I'll give it a 1-1 draw. But West Ham not getting all 3 points from this one. This is my warning to the betters. You buy Burnley, double chance.
By the way, isn't Zuma out for the season? When he get injured that time, he's done, right? Because I see that they West Ham were looking to sign Nat Phillips as a replacement for one of their defenders who should be. So I'm not sure if him out for the season or for a good while. And that's a big miss for West Ham if Zuma is out. I know Ogbonna will come in and stuff, but
No, Kimona, them play Warzone football.
Rugby.
When they go turf more, they go ready for war.
We're glad to Stoke in the Premier League. Cause imagine Burnley versus Stoke.
Oh gosh.
But you know that to be frank, that Stoke doesn't really play like that anymore. So here's some saying that Ogbonna is out for the season.
oh, so it was Ogbonna, not Zuma. Okay.
I think Zuma got an injury against Chelsea though.
Yeah, I'm sure Mrs. Zuma. All right, it's fine. I'll look it up.
All right. Next up, we'll see Leicester who have been rotten poor. Brendan Rodgers clapping his head, and we won't really talk about Rodgers tonight because for some reason the man who should have had a cricket podcast on the show on Thursdays missed the show last night that we talked about Brendan Rodgers, and I'm sure that Kens might give him a uppercut in his ribs for that. But we're going to start with Mannings on this one. Look at what Leicester has done, and we'll look at Newcastle trying to find some resurgence under Hideo. I think this one will go this time around.
I pick Newcastle to win this one because I don't rate Kenny Rogers. And they're just coming out of Europe. They also played in the Europa League this week. And I know they made several substitutions, but I think Callum Wilson, that guy is he works very hard. I don't see Evans and Sonny Archer, and although Evans is still injured. What Demo calls Sonny Archer the top, one of the top 3 centre back in the
I said at the time he was a top 5 centre back in the league, boss.
Right, just wanted to remember what you said. At the time he was a top centre back in the league. I don't see them stopping Callum Wilson. That I don't like. Newcastle team, they are very, very physical up front with false Brazilian Joe Linton. Callum Wilson.
Belizean.
Oh, he's from Belize.
Yeah.
I know he's not from Brazil. I figure because people saying Brazilian, and I said no, he's not Brazilian.
Of course, he's Brazilian. Brazil has been producing a lot of bugs.
He's from Belize.
He's from Belize.
It was a mistake. The R never necessary.
Right. So I am going Newcastle 2-1 for this. Yeah.
All right, Dima, to answer to what you asked earlier, Zuma is out, Ogbonna is out, Ben Johnson is out, and Ryan Fredericks is out.
Exactly.
What is out?
Aaron Creswell is also another doubt.
Exactly. So my 2-2 spot on. I'll go 2-2.
The entire backline is out.
Right.
Problem. But Shake. So
Come on, they have Dawson. Hasn't Dawson? Isn't his name Dawson?
Yeah, man, Craig Dawson.
Hasn't he starting?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Diop, they are alright, man. They're good.
Yeah, they're two decent centre back, but when you look at the wing, well, I mean, Kufar is back as well, so yeah, I think they'll be all right. But Shakes, when you look at Leicester and Newcastle, both teams were in need of a W. Where's this one going?
This game I'm going for a draw. Newcastle, good form. Leicester not so. I don't see where Leicester. I don't think they have the right makeup in their squad right now, based on injuries and all. And as Dima would say, the coach, he don't rate the coach. Teams don't rate the coach either. So I don't see them.
I don't rate the coach either.
Okay, all right. A lot of people don't rate the coach. So I'm going for a draw in this
I'm
game.
not going to go around the corner and beat around the bush like Shakes actually like this coach, and I personally I like him, but boy, right just going to start get this like.
Levan said he's better than Zidane.
No, I don't want you guys to come here and tell me lies. At no point in time did I say he's better than Zidane. I said I would take him over Zidane at Man United. Don't do it.
Oh, you take him at Man U over Zidane. Okay.
I see when they do the foolishness in the comment section to Elton Gardner, because Elton Gardner is a Zidane fanboy now, because I remember when United appointed Rangnick, he was still up on, we need to get Zidane summer. So they will take Elton serious. But let's move on. Dima, what's your prediction for this one?
Yeah, listen, I don't want people to make it seem like I have an agenda against Rodgers in the box. It's not just me don't rate the coach. The coach has done a lot of stuff leading up to this decision. So I expect Leicester City to, put up a fight in this game. I know they played a tough game away in the Europa League, and most of the starters played in that game. They're coming back now to play against Newcastle, who are revitalized, and they get the win the other day and all of that stuff. So I think it will be a tough game for Leicester City, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Newcastle win with Saint Maximum being the star of the show.
Right, Ryan.
Not much to say. 2-all draw.
All right, Elton, here's what I want you to do. If you want to find back that, go and search back through the videos to find that. I don't want you to come here and tell lies. You guys, as Shakes would say and Dima would say, if you need clippings, all of them recorded on YouTube. So just go and back go find it and come with it. Until then, you're wrongfully accusing the man. Well, let's move on. Next game in line, we'll see. What's that?
Brighton or somebody.
No, Brighton game has been postponed, man.
Brighton was supposed to play Crystal Palace and Everton?
Yes, sir.
Brighton and Spurs postponed. Don't know. Is Spurs using some psychs because they have so many games not being played? Like they're waiting to keeping so many games. This is like,
you know that I was looking at it. I was saying that.
What's going on with Spurs?
That one nine first team players are out for them. That is what they said, right? No.
Yeah, they need to tell us who the 9 are, because I don't believe that. Believe some bench players, but they just, I don't know.
9 first team players.
I personally would say that the game should have still went ahead. You know why? These teams have deep squads, and you can't tell that you can't find 11 to put out there. So
9 first team players, is that right?
That's what they said.
No, the rule is 13 players.
So who them?
That's what they said.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Rule?
Yeah,
the argument?
No, the rule for COVID, as long as they have at least 13
What
players,
the rule say?
match.
So as long as they have 13 players,
without
COVID, the game should still go ahead. That means that a lot of people are sick then. Because remember that they postponed.
But they have 13 players. They still have 13 players, so it should have gone ahead.
I saw where they had 8 players that had COVID, and the remainder being staff.
And that squad has 23 players, so they have 13 players to play the game.
So why is the game postponed then?
Because they're at Spurs to UEFA about it. While the league, it was what, Renault?
Yeah, against Renault. Renault said that they were available for the game. Yeah,
in London for the game.
I agree with Mannings, man. I agree with Mannings. Spurs are trying to find an excuse.
But it is going to hurt Spurs because now they have a lot of games.
Congested fixture list. Yep.
Hold on, they still have to play that Renault game?
Yeah, they still have to play it.
I know.
So it's going to hurt them.
I remember that they still have Burnley. Yeah, they also have
Burn.
Burnley from the snow effect.
They have 2 Premier League games because this one is cancelled as well. So they have 2 Premier League games that is going to be.
Boy, if I never Spurs me, Jesus.
Yeah, man, that's very still.
I think Kim's want to talk about Rogers. Sorry.
No, man, Kim's got the Rogers from yesterday, man.
Don't worry. That Tottenham coach will have an excuse as to why he couldn't finish in one of the top 4 places because congested schedule and
the next one that they have something against
the team not good enough.
Boss, now you just come and say you can't for double down on stuff and you hit it wrong.
I'm not doubling. I'm not doubling down. Okay. Well, how am I doubling down?
All right.
You have Tottenham making the top 4, Demo.
But I'm saying Tottenham are doing very well right now. So you have no reason for you to criticize with the coach. I gonna have excuse and all of this.
All right, how are they doing very well?
I think they only dropped 2 points out of the last 12.
Yeah.
So, out of the last 12.
So they got 10 points. They got 10 points from 12 available.
Sometimes you have to look at who they play though, Demo.
No, but regardless of who they play.
Them say you can only play who in front of you, man.
But that's facts.
That are the team on this show. When it becomes to somebody who them
No. Hold on, Kims. Mannings man himself said it at the beginning of the season. We're talking about who Arsenal played. Mannings.
Not at the beginning of the season, because the beginning of the season I lost 3 games.
No, man. When they start winning the few games, they may talk about, man. You came and I said that you don't business. Kims was arguing against you.
When did I win few games?
Mannings man, after you lost those games and the threat against the bigger teams and you started to win some, Kims himself came here and said that. Mannings man, remember that you beat up a little C team from West Brom and all of that. So why you talk about and you?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Beat who is in front of us. So don't come with that.
Exactly, Levan. So that's what I'm saying. When it tailor to your narrative, your benefit, then you will use it. When it don't, then you're not gonna use it.
But it's not about tailor. It's the fact. We are going to skip the game and play somebody else.
But then I just state a fact too. Conte will come out and say,
how is that a fact? You assume stuff, bro. You don't know what the man will come out and say. You're assuming stuff.
He has a particular track record, so I'm using that track record.
Here's my question. My question is, why did the team travel to play the game? From
what game?
The Conference League game on Friday.
Oh, they went there?
Today. They were in London today, or were they in London before? And the game.
They went to France?
No, man. Didn't the Rents come to Spurs?
Oh, because them said them are available for play. Because what they wanted to do was to get the 3 points. Them
Alright,
so try to pull a fast one.
All right, Kim, so I just mention something. What track record you're making reference to?
Huh?
What track record you're making in reference to?
What track record? Can't love come out and ball. Seem start early there. Oh, this team is worse than I initially thought. I don't want to hear that, brother. You're a top coach.
But Ralph, for this same thing to Kems.
Well, we never say Ralph and a top 3 coach. We never hear Pepper come out on a ball. We never hear Klopper come out on a ball.
Flop ball.
Well, but just say me no hear them. Me no hear them.
Them did quiet when them ball and you never okay.
They all cried though, Kims.
You know, if you ever say Ole ball, you might say me never hear that either.
But yeah,
I love talk about Ole, no. Jesus, man, have a job, brother. Like, breathe, brother.
Hear what we are going to do before I give you guys a minute to talk about it. So just like the other day when we just gave the people the top 5 picks to work with, we're going to do the same thing tonight because we want them to try gain some money in their pockets. Yes, some of us are not into betting, I understand that, but you're just going to pick the games. If the people want to pick up on whatever you say, just go ahead. So I'm going to start with Timo. What is your best 5 games for this weekend for people to bet on?
You put up the games, or we have to go search for the games?
You want me to put them back up?
Yeah, just put up the games so we can see the best.
You want to say we can't see it in the Spectrum internet now.
You know what's weird? Kims, you know what's weird? Your D was basically in the same country, and I can't see the reason why you can see it clearly. But for some reason, Demo internet again.
When I spectrum over here, man.
Jeez, yo, let me give him 5. So the Norwich game against Manchester United, that's a sure win. You can put that down for Man U. Sure win. Where do the over 2.5 things? Because like Mr.
Yeah, man, it's up to you what you want to pick, you know.
All right, so Manchester United winning the game against Norwich.
Yes.
Over 2.5. Over 2.5. That's one sure pick. The Manchester City game is always a sure pick. You can't go wrong with Manchester City. I don't want to say over 2.5. What the other stuff? Like, I don't understand. What the other stuff?
You can say under 2.5 too.
Yeah, all right.
You can just say straight win.
Straight win for Manchester City. That's without doubt. So Man U, Man City. Leicester City. Oh, we can't do that. Everton plays against Crystal Palace on Sunday. You do them game, eh?
Yeah, man, just go ahead, man. Remember that it's 9 games this week, so we're just going to get the best 5 out of the 9.
All right, I'm not go pick that one. Sorry. Arsenal. Yeah, may I go with Arsenal for my third one. Arsenal Southampton over 2.5 again. But now I go pick no winner. You can just do that, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so may I do that? And for the fourth one, I don't know. I'm gonna do the Liverpool game. Oh, Chelsea. Chelsea plays against Leeds. Leeds to open up. I expect Chelsea to score a lot of goals. So I'm going to go over 2.5 for the Chelsea one for my fourth one. And then for the last game,
Liverpool over 2.5.
No, I'm not putting Liverpool, bro.
Liverpool is going to score 2 and Aston Villa is also going to
stop telling me what to pick. I'm not picking Liverpool, boss. All right, so for the Burnley Watford game, that's a way I win. So I'm not gonna pick that. The last one are gonna be Brighton.
No, Brighton game is not
today.
Brighton game can't.
Yeah, Brighton.
Brentford will be playing against Tottenham. That game is cancelled. It's Brentford play today.
I just have 4. I not have 5. I can't.
All right, people. All right, people. And me again, the only man from the panel will choose Villarreal for big money in a pocket in the Champions League. Big money in a pocket, people. So if you don't want big money, these are the 5 picks for this weekend that will ensure that you give your partner a Christmas present. All right. Okay, so let me start off. Arsenal, easy. Arsenal to win and over 1.5 goals. Easy, nice cheesy. Nice odds right there, sir. Manchester United to win and over 1.5 goals. Easy, cheesy with that. All right.
So hold on, Kims. Then I say United that win 5-0, so I never go over 2.5.
Yeah, me can't say that, but I bet you know money in that thing right now, boss man. If they score 5, they're still over 1.5, right? So there we go. Leicester City to win this game against Newcastle. Easy, cheesy. All right. And then I'm going to go, obviously, I'm going to go Crystal Palace and Everton. Both teams to score.
Hold on a second, though, Kims. I was just looking at the Arsenal odds, right? So you said Arsenal to win and over 1.5. That is paying $86 in a nice odds that in a boss.
Nice, sweet piece of odds. I'm telling you, if you don't want, Christmas is in 14 days. If you don't want sort out on a partner, these are the bets. That are 4 so far. And then obviously the nice 5th one, nice and easy, is a nice Chelsea win.
Cheap though, 26. But say no.
There we go. All
right, Shakes. What 5 picks you have up here? Chamber.
All right. Manchester United to win. Arsenal and Southampton, both teams to score. The Man City win. Liverpool win. And the 5th would be Crystal Palace, Everton, both teams to score.
Okay. Mannings, what 5 team are you working with this week that looks like winners?
Well, Brentford. Brentford to win 2-1 over Watford. Chelsea to win, Arsenal to win, Man City winning. So Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, West Ham.
Get Norwich to win. Norwich have pay big money in a $7.
No, I can't. I mean, if I if I were a betting man, I'd bet on Manchester United winning, right? But Norwich, if I were going to bet, but because I'm not going to bet, I'm picking Norwich to win. But for the
All
betting
right, so
people,
for
I pick
people, this is Man United to win.
yeah, there you go. So,
All right, so I reached a stage I shown on that I'm just going to go around the table to basically just get whatever you guys have in the mind, sports related. I'm starting with Dima. Your minute starts like now.
Oh, first of all, tribute to John Morant. Recover well, my boss. The Grizzlies need you. I mean, they're playing excellently without you so far. I think they lost one game since he's been out. They've lost, and
Aaron Jackson
you
and
know,
Desmond Bain doing well.
yeah, the guys are stepping up, and obviously, Ja has been rooting for them and going on. He got the COVID when he went to his retirement jersey at his college. So a big man settings man did upon him jersey after get retired, and so he caught COVID. So big up yourself, John Morant, recover well. I also want to talk about a little bit of how Manchester United have become so humble when it comes to the right back position. It's just so amazing. Just a couple years pass, and then everybody is one Bissaka no good, him can't cross a ball and all of these things. I just love it, and I think it's going to happen with Reece James and all of the others who come up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. The one thing that has always remained consistent is Trent Alexander-Arnold, years upon years upon years upon years, consistently doing what he does. And here people are coming and say, oh, him can't do this, him can't do that. So I love to see it. Continue to be the best right back in the world, the player of the month this month. Big up yourself, Trent, and that's my minute.
He's the standard,
Yeah, everybody, put up everybody against Trent.
All right, Shakes, before I get into your minute, boss, what happened to England? You resume man what 220 for 2 and got bowled out for 297?
England get bowled out?
For 2, Australia need like what? They're 9 without plus, so they need 11 more runs to win.
A joke here, Mick.
Serious?
Why are you trying to steal my thunder? LeBron.
What happened, Shakes?
All right, let's say congrats to Nathan Lyon for his 400. He's now at 403, right, from 101 games, right? So that's an excellent achievement. He's now third all time in the Australian wicket takers, right? Shane Warne, McGrath, then Nathan Lyon. England, you asked about England, boy, disappointing. If it's one thing I know about a team, the English team is a team that literally brings the hopes up for a nation and just bring it back down automatically in like 5 minutes. All sports, right? Because everybody would have thought that okay, England, they're gonna put on some runs based on what transpired yesterday. For those who don't know, Joe Root and David Millan basically they scored runs and beat Australia to submission, right? Yep. But this morning they basically got up, came with some renewed energy. They got early wickets in Millan and Root, Lyon and Cameron Green, and it has basically been Josh Hazelwood and Lyon to wrap up the tail. Cummins got a very key wicket also of Ben Stokes. So England just didn't put anything on the board for the second innings, really. So now Australia, they're about to wrap up the series. Sorry, not the series, the match. Yeah. They just need nine more to win. Yeah, I think it's 20 runs or something like that.
Yeah,
20 runs in the second innings.
Before I get to Mannings, Demo, I don't know if you remember when I mentioned Cam Green before he actually got capped, because I talked about this youth from Simon in their Shield games and all of that. I said that this guy, he can bat, he can bowl, and just look at him, man. The guy is doing well for Australia, and I'm just happy for him, man. I just need him to score some more runs for the
Yeah,
team.
that's what we just like to say. Nah, scoring no runs.
And he's also an excellent fielder. Can't leave
Yeah.
that out. So big up Cam Green, man. My boy, that. But Mannings, you're a
Yeah, man.
minute.
Thanks again for the opportunity to be on the show. Big up to
I'm just
panelists. Yeah, man. No man, no man, no. Hey, this thing is a lot of work, you know. You don't know what trying to finish up the last thing I probably need to do in the school. Yeah, a lot of work. But anyways, it is what it is. But I want to send enough respect to Coach Theodore Whitmore. You understand me? Unfortunately, he has been removed from his position as coach. Many probably rightfully so based on result, but I think it is good for him because the kind of disrespect that was being meted out to him, I think it was unjust and unfair. People calling him dunce and all kind of thing and all kind of stuff. I hope that whomever, the new coach will get the support. And I wish the team all the best, going ahead. But the thing that this could become more problems. You can imagine if this person get double everything that Tapa got, how it would look, how it would look, So we'll wait to see, again, I pay respect.
Everything in terms of
Imagine if we hear that the salary now is 1.6 million. How would you feel?
man. Tapa was eating a lot of food.
No, man. Here's what I'm asking.
Loyalty bonus Tapa was eating.
No, man. Here's what I'm saying. Imagine we hear that one man was getting 1 million and the next one is getting 2. Kind of issue that brings. So, I mean, hope he can find a job and to rework and re-energize his own career.
St. James,
At the end of the day, he has done a lot for the country. I mean, I think his accomplishments have been good with the team, though we didn't like what he's doing. And I think when you look at the record, 20 years from now, his record is going to be up there, regardless. Because we're one day we're going to forget how the team was playing, and we're going to remember the record.
Okay.
What I'll say.
Say no more, boss. What I'll end by saying is that thanks to everyone that has supported Sports Frenzy up until this moment. I remember that we have that target in mind, 1,000 subs by December the 31st. We can achieve it. I mean, the growth is not as we'd want it to be, but guess what? We're patient enough and we keep on trusting the process, and we know that we're going to reach there. Thanks to all the guys that were here tonight, Ryan, Chris Lynch, Kims, Demo, Shakes, and the man who that I said sold us out for over 2 months. That felt like 2 years. Manning's man, big up yourself. His channel has been growing from strength to strength, and as someone mentioned the other day, and I saw him over there, man, Tyrone Marshall, and I said it about him. I think it was probably 2 to 3 weeks ago that he's someone that could have probably come into the Jamaica Reggae Boy setup, and people were saying what achievement he has and what have you not. But this man is coaching in the MLS, so why not? But
Levon, before you close, just don't ask Manning's man something. Just tell the people in Manning's man on your show what the legend, Steve Butner had to say about me as a cricketer. Because John Campbell already said it here, But just make the legendary Steve Butner. Just tell the people what he said about me as a cricketer, so people can just get off of my back, boss. All right?
Levon, what do they say about what the term that they use when they say Ian Healy was known for it behind the stumps? What they do? What they do when they talk a lot when somebody batting or bowling? What they call it again?
We call it banter.
No, man, it's not banter. It's not bantering, man. In cricket, there's
Sledging, them say sledging.
Steve Butner said that he's a very good sledger.
You can't be disingenuous.
He said that. He said that.
Tell the full story, no, boss.
That you're a very good at sledging, right? But he said cricketer. So it looked like the sledging is better than the cricketing.
I totally believe it. I believe it as well. And I think Shakes probably agreed. Shakes, you think that Demo is a better sledger than a cricketer, right?
Boss,
Yeah,
I have a trophy right here, so you know.
he's a chirper.
You need to tell us if for sledging or for cricketing. Yeah,
Five wickets for 14 runs, boss. Yo, you need to stop, boss. You know, wicked,
All
brother.
right. 5 for 14 down in the Curry Goat League. No problem.
Curry
And I tell
Goat
you,
League?
listen, Demo. I tell you multiple times now that I'm going to come over there and I'm going to take away your game time. Don't think
Oh,
I'm
man.
joking, bro. I'm
Bro.
a cricketer. It's just that I don't play the game anymore. But
button on the spot. Man, put up. Man is man. Ask Mr. Fuck now how good I am. You already tell him what you want him to say, bro. You don't ask.
Alright, it's fine. It's fine. Close the show, Levan. You're very disingenuous, man.
big up to our producer, Josh Kral, who makes this possible. And remember, Ronham, we're sending out an invitation for you to be on the show come Monday. So hopefully you accept the invitation. Thanks to everybody that was here, everybody in the comment section, all those who just sit behind their computer screen, their phone screen, their tablet screen, and just watch the show without commenting. Big up on yourself, same way. We enjoy serving the show to you guys. And tomorrow, remember that there will be the NFL podcast with Kim. So stay tuned and look forward to that. Until Monday, when you see my face again, you'll probably hear my voice.
G-Star is going to be on the NFL show too, I hear.
Wonderful. So even a better thing for you guys to look forward to. And there's one I'm saying that yes, you'll be on. So big up yourself, boss. Until Monday, stay safe, guys. Peace out. Enjoy some cricket, some football, all sports going on. Just enjoy them. Until then, peace out.